It's Lady Lou, the baby boomer babe. I'm coming to you again from deep in the heart of Texas. It is a beautiful day today. It's a Saturday. And I just had to come and talk to you. It's been a while, and I wanted to see you again. And I hope you're ready for what I've got to talk about. It's going to be fun. I woke up this morning and I thought, oh, I'm not quite ready to get up. That's one of the perks that we baby boomers have. We don't have to always get up early. But it was, 7:30. It's not late, but not early either. But I'm lying there and thinking, wonder what I'm going to talk about today when I get online. And my little brain started working. And I don't know about you, but I'm very analytical. I'm a very left brain thinking person. And you may be too. I got it honestly. You get this stuff from your family. It comes down through your heritage, and there's not much choice. You don't have choice, but you can change it or alter it in the best kinds of ways. You don't have to change it necessarily, but create balance. Our lives are made to be balanced. Play, work, worship, family, it's all in there. We're supposed to have some of all of it, not just all work, the workaholics thing, or just not all play, those who have no responsibility. It's supposed to be some of everything, making us well-rounded. Remember those words? A well-rounded person. I try to do that myself. I like to be well-rounded because I like a lot of everything. In fact, sometimes the things about me, I like too much. I want this, I want that, I want to go see this, I want to learn that. I get off focus. I have to bring myself back. Sometimes I have a hard time doing that because I just love different things. I get bored easily. The longest job I ever had, are you ready for this? 5 years. I know people who have been in the same job for 20 and 25 and 30 years. I couldn't do it. It's not in my nature. I get bored too easily, and I want to go find something else to do. It may be a character flaw. I don't know, but it's who I am, and I keep learning. I keep changing what I do. I change my profession. I've been everything. In fact, many years ago, when I was in the college age, I took a personality test. I imagine you've taken some of those too. And it was so revealing when I got the results back. The number one thing it said I should be a farmer. Well, guess what? In my baby boomer years and later age, I have become a lady farmer. Now, if you want to call 5.5 acres a farm, okay, I do. I call it a farmette. It's only, 5.5 acres. It's not very big, but it's a lot to take care of. And it's just, I've come full circle from college age to old age, and I am now the lady farmer. But you have to look at it like this. I was raised on a farm in Missouri. We left that farm when I was, I think, 16. I was going into my senior year in high school, and it was very traumatic. Kids shouldn't be moved in their senior year of high school. I'm sorry. But it was something my dad had to do because we were going broke on that farm. He couldn't support us anymore. So he sold it without even telling us now. Oh, that was a hard one because we loved that farm so much. But we moved to Texas from Missouri and became Texans. I always say it takes a year. You have to live here for a year. And by then you've picked up the language like y'all and fixin' to and, silly things like that we Texans are noted for. But after a year of being here, we call you a Texan. So I've been here over 40 years, I guess, most of my life, actually. And I wouldn't be anyplace else except during the hottest part of the summer. I often wonder why I don't live in Alaska. but I don't like cold weather that much either. So I put up with the heat in the summer because we do have air conditioning. Thank you, God. Yeah, what I want to talk to you about is being right-brained and left-brained. And I know most of you never really gave it much thought, but it's a lot of fun when you think about it, because you probably know instinctively and intuitively whether you are more right-brained or more left-brained. The left brains, oh my gosh, we're analytical, we're logical, we like numbering things, we like doing stuff in a row. We we want it orderly. In fact, I went to a website just now, and it's called peakperformancecenter.com. I'll put it in the show notes when I put it up on my website. And the www, the Baby Boomer Babe website, under the resources tab. I'll put that website, or just go to peakperformancecenter.com. And the whole list of what denotes a right brain and a left brain person. So here's a couple of them. I'll just read a few of them. Those of us who are left brained, as we said, we're very logical, and we're very critical thinking. We have to figure things out and find out why they work or why they don't work, and then make them work. I got to make things work. I'm mechanically inclined. Got that from my daddy and working on that farm all those years. Sometimes I think I should have been a boy, but I'm not. So I just think like a boy sometimes, which is okay. It works for me. And we're very verbal. I guess you noticed that, didn't you? Because I'm always talking. I try to listen more than I talk, because, you know, that's why God gave us 2 ears and only 1 mouth. Sometimes I have to remind myself, or some of my friends will remind me, okay, listen, you got 2 of them. Listen up. Then you can talk. So be aware if you're a talker like I am, and learn to listen. It's called balance. Give and take, listen, learn, and then speak, because we already know what we're going to talk about, right? Nobody else knows, maybe, but we already know. So we're not going to learn anything if we're doing the talking. But if we're listening to someone else who may know something we don't, then we're learning. So that's one of my keys. I want to hear what other people have to offer so that I can learn. Remember, my thing is, if I haven't learned something every day, I feel deprived. So I got to learn something, and haven't learned anything yet today. I'm still working on that one, so I got to get busy. But anyway, us left-brainers we're very symbolic. We like things that are symbolized stuff, and we're reality-based. Oh my goodness. And of course, the analytics stuff. And let's see, there was one I liked. Oh, black and white. I got over that one, though. I now see gray. Not everything's black and not everything is white. There's gray, all types of shades of gray, from the lightest gray up there by the white to the darkest gray down there by the black. And that's where I choose to live, in that flexible black and white gray area, so that I can be more balanced. That's what it's about, again, is balance in our thinking and our being. And a lot of people never think about that either. They just are, and that's okay. But when you learn something new, it's time to put it to use. So help yourself to become more balanced. And then the right brainers, oh, here we go. If you're a right brainer, you already know all this. You're very holistic. You include everybody. You're very inclusive. You're very emotional, a lot of you. And then a lot of you are very intuitive. And that's big. I like that, intuitive. I have some of that. So I have the balance in that one, because my little voice speaks to me. Sometimes I don't always listen, but I'm learning that when my little voice speaks, I got to listen, because it's trying to keep me out of trouble, or it's trying to get me into something that's good for me, stuff like that. That voice will speak to us. So listen. And let's see, right brains are very imaginative, very creative. They're the artists, the musicians of the world. And I used to joke to some of my girlfriends who are right-brained, but not overly. They're balanced. But I don't know how to say it. But when they load a dishwasher, one dish goes in this way, another one goes in that way, two go in over there, one goes in over here. There's no rhyme or reason. And they can only fill a dishwasher up half as full as the analytical person. It's me. I get everything in order and in the rows, and then the dishes will fit, and I can get 10 plates over here where they might get 3 because they sit them all cockeyed and all that kind of stuff. So it's a good way to tell who's right and who's left brain. Just look at their dishwasher. Don't tell them I said that now. They might come after me because they know it's just who they are. They don't have a lot of logic in some aspects. And a lot of them are very balanced also. Because, see, that's the key to our life. Our whole life is to be balanced. Have some of this and some of that, and go here and go there and do all of this. And see that little sign up there, the love sign? I made up an acronym for that. Now, that's left brain. Okay, got that? Left brain. Let me get it out here. I want to read it and make sure I say it exactly right. This came to me early this morning. Now, as you know from another little session I had with you, the right brain, not the right brain, but our brains in general have 4 levels. And the beta is where we are right now, talking and laughing and analyzing. And then as you slow the brain waves down, it goes into the alpha, which is where we do our meditations and our prayer and the hypnosis. And then we go a little deeper because the brain goes slower. The little electrical snaps that go in the brain, they slow down and they go into the theta. This is a very beautiful state of mind. And most people are asleep at this point unless they've trained their mind. But that's where we heal ourselves, where we create stuff, when all kinds of things. I think Thomas Edison was real big on that because he took naps. And that's when he got his greatest inventions, because he woke up with that coming through those brain waves. His mind was creating while he was resting. And he invented stuff, and I invent stuff too. So I have a little bit of that. But here's what I think the word love, L-O-V-E, means. Love openly visits everyone. I'll say it again. Love openly visits everyone. Embrace it. Bring it in. It's what we're supposed to do. And I know, don't should on me or any of that, but loving is the joy of our life. It just makes us who we are. We love ourselves. We love others. We love the world. We love tractors. In my case, I love my tractor. I love my pets. I love my friends. I love my relatives, most of them. And it's just what makes the world go round. Love. Love openly visits everyone. But the key, the trick, is to allow it in, to invite it in, to live it. That's the biggie. Now, to get back to the right brain, left brain thing, I've got a little test for you. Now, it'll only prove what you already know, because most of us know if we're right or left brain. But it's a fun little trick, and you can use it with your friends and relatives because it's a great party thing. I love to do this at parties. So, are you ready? Okay. Now, I want you to cross your arms across your chest. I know my camera's not low enough, but just cross your arms across your chest like you would normally. Don't think about it, just cross them. Now, if you will notice, my left arm is underneath my right arm. Okay? Now, I'm going to do it the other way around, but I have to think about it. I can't do it automatically. I have to think about it. Okay. Now, this time, my right arm is under my left arm. So your arms will look either way, one or the other. Now, I do have to warn you, not warn you, but alert you, that some people can do it both ways without thinking. balance, balance, love it, balance. But for me, with my left arm underneath, that tells me that I came into the world left-brained. Ancestry did this for me. Very analytical ancestors. Now, if you came in right-brained, if your right brain is underneath, then you came in right-brained, creative and expressive and emotional. Again, your ancestors gave that to you. Now, the next one, we're going to fold our hands and fold your fingers down. And this is a little tricky. I want you to look at your thumbs. My left thumb is on my right knuckle. See my right knuckle? My left thumb curls over that. And let's see if I can do it. I can't do it automatically. Okay, now there, my right thumb is on my left knuckle. Boy, look at those brown spots. That's a sign of old age. It's okay. They're mine. I love them. But anyway, that's the difference. You have to find the knuckle that your thumb is sitting on when you have folded your hands like in prayer. So whichever knuckle your thumb is on denotes right-brained in my case, or I can't do it without thinking. There. Or if your knuckle is the left knuckle that your thumb is on, you are left-brained in that aspect. And this is basically what school does to us. We know school's very left-brained. They make you memorize the alphabet, the numbers, and all that left-brain stuff. So that's where some kids change, because I was pretty darn creative. But I got creative because I had the right brain. I was an artist. As a kid, little kid, I could draw like crazy. And my brother is a huge artist, a beautiful artist, and a photographer with a good eye, very, very right-brained. But eventually I switched and went back to the left, which is, remember, I came in left brain with my left arm under. Now, the third way, which denotes where you are right this minute in your life, is to cross your legs. Of course, the camera won't let me show you that, but I'll use my hands. This is how I cross my legs. My right leg goes over my left knee. Now, you can also use ankles. My right leg goes over my right ankle for the most part. So, right knees or left. It's the knee or the ankle underneath. So in my case, it's left. So I came in right, went left, and then, came in left, went right, and now I'm in the left again. Because I'm analytical, very much so. When you start new businesses and when you create stuff in the business world, let's say, you got to have that analytical mind. You have to make all the pieces and parts match, part of life. But it works for everybody. This is big. Knowing where you came from, which was for me left. I got the analytical to start with. Then I got the right brain, the creative stuff. And then I got back to the left brain for the business world. And sometimes I'll do it the other way and I'll have my right leg underneath. And at that point, I'm maybe meditating or doing something very creative. And that's when that happens. It just says, oh, she's in her right brain. It's just more fun to watch. I went to a restaurant one day and I was looking down the aisle of the restaurant. I thought, wonder where everybody is. And it was amazing. So many of them were in their right brain when they were having lunch with a friend or a relative or a girlfriend or boyfriend. They would be in their right brain because they wanted to be creative and have fun. They weren't working. They were having fun. And we can do that when we're in our right brain more so than we can when we're in our left, trying to be so darned analytical. And it's just fun. Now, here's two more little tiny things to tell. And I'm looking into my screen here. I want you to look at your nose. And I had a zit on my nose last week. I couldn't tape. I mean, there was this big zit right on my nose. I didn't like that. So I know, it has to heal. Anyway, it's gone. But your nostrils, see my nostrils? Can you see which one's bigger than the other? Let me look. Well, I'm having a hard time telling. But you can see which one. Whichever one it is, like if the right nostril is bigger, you're left-brained. If the left nostril is bigger, you're more into the right brain. This is just a minor one. And the other one is the little half moon on the tips of your thumb. Can you see? They're not very easy to see sometimes. Mine are very faint. But hold them up and look at them and see where the half moons are. Which one is taller than the other? If it's the right one taller, that means left brain. If it's the left one taller, that's right brain. So this is just a couple of the little fun tricks to kind of keep you on edge as to who's right brain and who's left brained. So that's it. You can now take this little trick out to your friends and show it to them and have some fun at a party or whatever. And you can tell them, Lady Lou, the baby boomer babe, taught you how. This is such fun stuff. I really do love it. So I'm going to say goodbye now. Hope you enjoyed it. And remember to love. Love openly visits everyone. Allow it in. Invite it in if you have to. It's all for you. I love you. Bye. See you soon. Gotta dance to the music first.